Alright, good afternoon everybody. My name is Michael Yurko, and this is my BIS 306 presentation on the Great Hammerhead Shark. Hope you enjoy. The Great Hammerhead Shark can reach 20 feet in length and weigh approximately 500 pounds, which when it comes to hammerhead sharks is the largest, hence its name, Great Hammerhead Shark. The Great Hammerhead is viviparous, meaning that they give birth to live young, not in the form of an egg. The great hammerhead shark, along with other hammerhead sharks, are easily recognizable by their laterally extended snout, which have their eyes on each end, and a surface that is covered by electrosensitive pores called ampullae of Lorenzini. These electrosensitive pores help seek out fish that hide under a thin layer of sand or inside a coral reef. Something that is unique to the great hammerhead within the hammerhead family is that they forage and migrate separately from the rest of their species. This makes documenting them challenging, as well as add difficulty to conservationists to get accurate population data. Alright, so from the previous slide we talked about the ampullae of Lorenzini. Here's a picture that shows how these electrosensitive pores find prey under the sand. The diet mainly consists of demersal fish such as crustaceans and cephalopods, as well as stingray and other ground fish. In the picture, a hammerhead shark is seeking out a flounder that is using its pigment to blend into the sand. However, due to the hammerhead's poor downward sight, the ampullae of Lorenzini have no issue finding this fish. The great hammerhead's size and shape of the cephalofoil help maximize the scan area, which detects prey that may be utilizing similar camouflage as a flounder above. Something that is interesting when watching these hammerhead sharks forage for fish is their body motion when doing so. The great hammerhead will gently oscillate its snout back and forth like a handheld metal detector at the airport, which greatly increases the ampullae of Lorenzini's effectiveness. The fitness of the great hammerhead family is a result of sexual selection based on the size and sensitivity of these electrosensitive pores and the size of the cephalofoil. These characteristics are selected against smaller hammerhead sharks. Okay, here's a picture of a hammerhead shark. Now this picture is of a scalloped hammerhead shark, which is in the same family. It's a close relative to the great hammerhead shark. It's a shark that's caught in the gill net off the coast of California. So here's an overview of the threats the great hammerhead shark faces. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, the great hammerhead shark is critically endangered and quantitatively rated poor regarding the population status based on current knowledge and statistics. The international shark fin trade industry of Hong Kong, China is responsible solely for 5.9% of the total shark finning industry and is the largest threat to the great hammerhead shark population. Other threats to this species include bycatch from gill netting, longline fishing, and catch and release mortality, which contribute to the declining population. Between 1990 and 1995, the hammerhead shark experienced a massive 99% decline in population size. In the chart in the upper left-hand corner, you will see the global capture production of the species of the hammerhead shark from 1990 to 2012. Note that Asia and Africa are responsible for the majority of these captures of the hammerhead shark, which is largely attributed to the international shark fin trade industry. Okay, here's a picture of shark fins that are drying in the sun on a factory roof in Hong Kong on July 2nd, 2013. For the slide, I'm going to focus a little bit more on the global shark fin trade. The global shark fin trade remains to be the most significant threat to many shark species, not just the great hammerhead, which monetarily incentivizes the harvest of sharks with the most prominent pectoral fins. This means the larger the fin, the bigger the paycheck. As of 2004, shark fins became the most lucrative trade industry, receiving over $700 per kilogram. In Hong Kong, China, and many other Asian cities, as seen in the slide before, the global shark trade continues to provide meat, cartilage, liver oil, and many other ingredients used for food and traditional medicines. This means that the sharks are being captured and killed purely for human consumption and not for the good of any species but our own. On a positive note, the United States, in its territories, and the United States jurisdiction strictly enforce laws against finning of sharks no matter the species. All sharks are protected. In the picture above, Each one of those fins comes from a different shark. All right, conservation species outlook. Identifying headless and defend sharks is becoming less of a legal challenge due to the advancements in species-specific primers used to genetically connect carcasses to illegally harvested sharks. This means if a shark carcass is found washed up on a beach, scientists can now extract the DNA markers and match those to a database of samples taken from an illegal shark trade market. MPAs, marine protected areas, are established in poor habitat use areas in the United States and exclusive economic zones, resulting in a 17.9% of great hammerhead sharks and 34% of tiger shark populations being fully protected. Depending on the level of protection the MPA provides, since there are different levels, it may provide benefits to other fish whose species are threatened in many of the same ways as the hammerhead shark. All right, everyone. That's all for me, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation and learned a little bit more about the great hammerhead shark and the threats it faces currently. I would like to give a shout out to Dr. Maxwell and all the other students that made this a great quarter. Here's my attempt at digital interior design of a boring bibliography. All right, thanks, everyone.